I'm Trigger Mike. And I like to make silly noises. Pew, pew, pew.
When I was in the 3rd grade, I thought that I was gay, cause I could draw. My uncle was, and I kept my room straight. I told my mom, tears rushing down my face. She's like, Ben, you've loved girls since before pre-K. Trippin'. Yeah, I guess she had a point, didn't she? Bunch of stereotypes all in my head. I remember doing the math, like, yeah, I'm good at Little League. A preconceived idea of what it all meant. But those that like the same sex had the characteristics. The right-wing conservatives.
Welcome, everybody, to Awkward Apocalypse.
Yeah.
This is episode number 21.
Oh, that's right. We can take the podcast to Vegas now.
Yeah.
Oh, nah, here we go.
Let's gamble with our podcast. What? Yeah, so...
I won't feel as bad as when I fuck it now.
It's true.
Oh, that's weird.
Except we've been legal for 3 episodes now.
Fuck yeah, we have.
Yeah.
I've been taking full advantage.
I'm Jenny O, and this is my co-host, Gregory.
Hey, Gregory, what am I in trouble?
Yeah.
Gonna spank me?
Ways to get a hold of us. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/awkwardapocalypse. On Twitter at awkwardpod.
Twat with us.
Yeah. Gmail, awkwardpod@gmail.com. You can email us. You can send us photos. You can send us stories, whatever you'd like.
Music.
Boozic,
Boozic.
whatever you want. Or you can call us, text us, leave voicemails, whatever you want, at 323-379.
9225.
Oh, you did it.
I got it. I found it. Just in time.
Awesome.
Yes. Welcome in, everybody.
Welcome.
I'm excited. It's been a long time since I've seen you.
It's been like 2 weeks now.
It feels like it's been
I've
ages.
missed you so much.
You know, it feels like it's been at least 14 days.
Oh. I guess it's been like 13.
Wasn't it last Wednesday when we recorded?
I don't
really know. I'll just
2
be
weeks ago.
stupid, which I do well.
Whatever.
Whatevs. I missed you. That's all.
Aw, I miss you too.
Thanks for your lies.
Well, just really quick about the music that we're going to have on the show today. Right now you're listening to Macklemore. The song is called Same Love, and it has a really amazing message. I actually really like it a lot, and I think that anybody that hasn't listened to it, please, please, please go to YouTube. Type in Macklemore, Mackle.
Yeah, he's got the thrift shop song.
More. Yeah, he does have the thrift shop song. The song is called Same Love, and it's a beautiful, beautiful video. So,
or if you actually feel like buying music, go hit him up on iTunes or something.
yeah.
It's a weird concept.
Okay.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that.
For some of those people out there.
Sure.
Or if you have an iTunes gift card to blow.
Exactly.
Don't look at me so strangely. Just saying. If you
Buying
wanted to.
music, please.
So you wanted to support him and his great message.
I do. I think that this song is one of my favorite songs of all time because it's beautiful, it's deep, it's profound. And
It's a very nice song.
yeah, it has a really great message. So there's that, and then later on we're gonna have a musician in the studio. However, he's also our guest for the Awkward Talk.
Yes.
His name is Ben Roman, and he's one of my favorite people in the world. He's an out, I don't know, what is it?
Out of the closet?
Out of the closet homosexual. And
Well, I hope he's out because we just outed him otherwise.
I don't know if there's like a term for that. Anyway,
We can ask him.
He's an open homosexual. He's amazing. He's fun. He's brilliant. One of the funniest men I've ever met. And he's also a musician. So we're going to have his music playing a little bit later. Wanted to kind of come into something groovy though. So that's what they're doing.
This is
now.
really good. I really like the tone it's setting.
Yeah?
Not to get all nerdy on you.
It's fun.
No, it's really good.
Cool. So that's something to look forward to at the next half. In the meantime, we have a message from Haiku Hank.
Oh, we do. That's right.
Yeah.
I'm going to pause this because I want to come back to this. I'm going to pause this, and I'm just going to play Hank.
Okay.
Oh, Jenny, yo! Haiku Hank here with this awkward talk haiku about being gay. Here it goes. I wish I was gay. There's less work stalking that prey. Jenny gives no ass. Oh, Jenny, yo! Have a great episode, and I hope you play this haiku. Because I think it's very essential to the gay movement.
Thank you, Hank. And I'm sorry I haven't given you any ass.
I think he meant that is because you don't do anal stuff.
That's why
That's why he likes the gays.
that and Hank and I have never had physical contact.
No, only
of any kind.
Yeah, only cyber sex.
Barely. Yeah, but
Does anybody have cyber sex anymore? Wasn't that like a thing in the late 90s,
that was a
early
thing.
2000s?
Yeah, I'm sure that people still have cyber sex. Maybe like on those porn sites, where you can like talk to the porn star.
That's true.
Did the song just start over?
It did. I don't know why.
That's all right.
I'm just going to let it play.
Yeah, let it play.
I enjoy it.
Okay.
Is that okay with you?
Absolutely.
While we talk, we'll let it play.
So
Worst DJ ever.
we got a message from a listener,
Brad.
from a fan. His name is Brad, not
Yeah.
Brad Williams.
No.
His name is Brad, but he's from the Heart Ring, which is a band that we actually showcased
Man, that was like
not too long ago.
13, 14 maybe.
Yeah.
A few episodes ago.
Yeah.
Really good stuff.
But-
the stuff we played was all acoustic from them.
Yeah.
There's a cat crying on my microphone.
It's okay. I want you to read the message.
Okay, yeah, I'll read it. This is from Brad. It says, Greg and Jenny O wanted to say I've been catching up on the episodes starting from the recent ones now, and the show is awesome. Working at a brewery, lucky bastard. I usually just work with my headphones on, and after my Stitcher headlines, I've been listening to your podcast more because I find it entertaining and informative.
Yay.
You both have great personalities that complement each other, and your stories and topics are always great as well. You also played some acoustic music from my band The Heart Ring in an earlier episode. Thanks for that. You guys are awesome. Keep it up. Bradley from Florida. P.S. Let Brad Williams know he has some fans here. Some good friends of mine are comedians from, I guess it's Brevard County, who perform in Orlando and around Central Florida. I was talking about your podcast at an open mic one night and mentioned the bit you did where Brad used crazy pickup lines, and they asked if that was Brad Williams. The guys I'm talking about have a podcast called Inside Outcast. Check them out on Stitcher, blah, blah, blah. They have a really funny show.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
That is really awesome. What a really sweet thing.
Besides the fact that
to
it's
get.
super nice of him to write us this really
Yeah.
awesome message. And by the way, super jealous you work at a brewery.
Yeah, right?
The fact that other people know about our podcast besides him even too. Like he does because we played his music and stuff. But
Yeah.
he was saying his comedian friends know about our show.
Yeah. We should we should check out Inside Outcast. I don't know anything about it, but
We
if
will
they're
soon.
comedians, that's awesome.
Can't be that bad, right?
Can't be as bad as ours.
Nothing's that
That's
bad.
for damn sure.
Oh God.
Oh, Jesus.
Horrendous. Anyways, let's get on with it. Like I said, it's been a while since I've seen you.
Yeah.
A lonely,
Little too long. What's been going on,
Oh,
Mr.
we
Jones?
know. Lots of things. Like I went to
Jonesy's
Portland.
Juke, shut up.
Wow.
What happened in Portland?
First of all, if you guys have not seen the show Portlandia, go watch it because that's what happened in Portland. Everything
Okay.
on that show happened in Portland.
Okay, so tell me, what makes Portland so different from everywhere else that they have to have their own show?
Well, they have a song in the show called "The Dream of the '90s" is alive in Portland.
Okay.
It is so true. Like you feel like you're back in the '90s. When
That
you're
is
in
so
Portland.
weird.
It is weird. Everybody's doing like the nose piercings and all this stuff.
What's wrong
It
with
just-
nose piercings?
Nothing, man.
I got my nose pierced like last year.
like loops and stuff.
Am I just too late to the game?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
it's all right.
No, it's just you feel like you're in the '90s. You see all these things. Yeah, cover it up.
I
why don't you?
I wanted to do it when I was in high school. Does that count? I was still in the early 2000s.
Your mom wouldn't let you.
Well, I tried, but then I got scared.
Nice.
No, I had a safety pin up to my nose.
Oh,
yeah.
did you do that yourself?
I was like pissed. No, and this one, no. But I was like super mad at my mom and dad, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna pierce my." The fucking safety pin. What the fuck was I thinking?
Not much, apparently.
Yeah, not much.
Dumb.
And that didn't work out. But anyway, go on. I'm sorry.
Anyway, so it's great. Everyone there is super nice, but they're not like Cat's just breaking shit.
Yeah.
But they're not like creepy nice. They're just like all around nice people, which is
I'm sorry.
that was hilarious.
My cat just got onto my headboard, and there's nothing keeping it against the wall right now, so
Except
it
your
almost
hand.
knocked
Yeah, that
knocked
was
over
great.
onto me.
Anyways, everyone's super nice. All the food is amazing. Like they're all about small mom and pop shops and local business and all this stuff. There's not a lot of huge corporations there and all this. So, just every fucking
It just feels very local.
yeah, very local. Everything you walk by is a little food shop or whatever. And the food is so good. My favorite part was they have beer everywhere you go.
Are you allowed to walk around with beer?
It's not like Vegas.
Okay.
But literally every like building I went to a shoe store. The shoe store I ordered my shoes from is in Portland.
But
Well, I have big feet, so I have to order them online.
oh,
But their store that I ordered from is in Portland. So we went in. They have an actual storefront. And we walk in. The guy's like, hey, how's it going? We got free video games. Play some video games. They had NBA Jam.
oh my gosh.
And that kind of stuff. And he goes, if you guys, we just opened. It's 10 o'clock. But if you guys really want, I can pour you guys a beer. We're like, really? Like
That
for
is
free?
so
He's like, yeah. I
awesome.
was like, Really? He goes, oh, yeah, we have a bar. Come check it out. He opens up the other doors. The nice little bar with like 4 taps on it. And I was
So
like,
there's a shoe store next
Yes!
to a bar.
everybody has beer there. It's amazing.
That sounds wonderful.
I want to move there now. It's like, how do you...
You'd fit right in.
I would, because
Yeah.
I'd just be drunk all the time.
All the time.
I think that's why everyone's so nice, because they're just always drinking.
Yeah, probably.
I'm nice when I'm drinking.
Yeah.
So, but great trip. Ate a bunch
Why
of
do
food.
you think I handed you a giant cup of vodka?
I know. The only way to get me to come over.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
I do have to bribe you with booze.
My favorite part of our little text conversation today was, all right, I've got everything ready. Was it like, see, a rundown's ready. All we need to do is drink, set up, and do the show. I was like, all right, I like that drinking is part of that setup process.
Drinking is number one.
Yes.
Number
so
one on it. And, can't skip that. It's super important.
It is very important. Anyway, so Portland's awesome. Thanks to Stacy for letting me stay with her, and she showed me around. And all
Who's
that good stuff.
Stacy?
Just a friend.
Oh.
But Stacy actually leads me into my next story.
Oh.
Yes, because we've been talking about Crazy for months now.
I love Crazy.
Crazy.
I have to meet Crazy.
Yeah. I don't know if you want
She
to.
sounds like a gem.
Excuse me, I was sipping. So, all right, let me bring it back a couple weeks first. The day after we did our last show, Crazy texted me and asked me if I was going to a party that apparently...
Now, this is after you had given her the gift card back.
I gave her the Disney gift card back.
She was begging to kiss you, and she wanted a ride.
Yes.
Okay.
Accurate.
Okay.
Then a couple days later, after we did the show, she texted me, asked if I was going to a party. I said, well, apparently not, because I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
She goes, well, no, it's that so-and-so is having what they call a pleasure party. Like you come over
What is
and
that?
they try to sell you sex toys.
Sweet.
But apparently this is a co-ed one. I know the girls do this all the time.
Yeah.
But this is a co-ed one. And she goes, I just want to make sure, or I want to know if you're going, because I thought it'd be awkward if we both go.
Oh.
And I said, well, I had no plans on it. And then I jokingly said, I have enough sex toys. And I give the little emoji con of the hands.
Okay.
You know, just as a joke, my own sex toy. And she texted
That's
me.
pretty funny, actually.
Yeah, right?
Okay. Took me a second.
She texted me back. She goes, well, you could just have me if you wanted.
Oh, come on, girl. Get the fuck over it.
And I was like, nope.
Okay,
she's
the
like,
more
"Why
that she
not?"
throws herself at you, the less interested you are.
Oh, yeah.
When
I mean,
the hell is she going to get the idea?
I don't think I could be any less interested at this point, but if there's a way
I
to
don't
be
think you
less
could be
interested.
any more clear.
Yeah, oh God. And she's like, why not? I said, no. And she's like, come on, Gregory. And I just stopped texting her at that point. And she kept going. So that happened.
It's okay that I call you Gregory, but it's not okay if she does.
I'd much rather you call me Gregory. much rather nobody call me Gregory, but
I'm calling you Gregory.
fuck. Anyways, so I ignored her. I went out with my night. The night I landed in Portland, I checked in at the Portland airport, said I was with Stacy, gonna go get
Are you
drink.
checking in on like
On
Facebook,
Facebook
or Foursquare?
Yeah.
Okay.
Checked out on Facebook. I don't do Foursquare. I'm not that cool.
It sucks.
it's
I
dumb.
hate Foursquare.
Do you do
I use it every day.
it? Are you the mayor of anything?
I'm mayor of this place
Nice.
and my mom's house. And
I wish I could say I'm the mayor of your mom's house.
and my mom and my office. I don't. There's not much to do.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I think Amanda was the mayor of a dentist office once. I made fun of her for that.
I did. You know what? I got like $50 off my dentist the other day for
Oh,
checking
really?
in 3 times. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty good.
I know,
Maybe I
I'm
should use
stoked.
it.
I got like a little whitening.
I've gotten
too.
discounts at bars before for it.
Oh yeah.
So that's always worth it.
Those are cool.
Yeah.
Johnny Rocket and does it Johnny Rockets?
I have
Johnny
no
Rockets
idea.
does
Do they do one?
like 10% off. But they do also like Twitter and Facebook too. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
I'm
so
sorry.
anyways,
I'm so sorry.
No
I'm like I'm
worries.
super ADD today.
No, it's fine. We haven't talked in a while. This is good. We're conversing and people are annoyed. So anyways, I checked in. Hey, at the Portland airport with Stacy, whatever. A couple hours later, I get a text from a mutual friend. We'll call him Steve for now
Okay.
because that's his name.
Yeah, I think you've said his name before.
Yeah, I have. And he said, hey, not trying to make you mad or anything. Just want to let you know that Crazy deleted you off Facebook because she was hurt by your check-in with that girl that you hooked up with.
What?
Isn't that awesome?
What?
As long as we're being mature here.
Nah, he checked in with another girl.
Yes, Stacy and I met a few years ago
Okay.
through OkCupid.
Oh. Okay.
We did hook up, yes. In fact, she
Sweet.
was...
Bow
she-
chicka wow wow chicka wow wow.
She
Bow
was...
chicka wow wow.
Oh, wait.
I'm done.
She was...
Bow chicka wow.
Should I play
I'm
the
sorry.
music?
No, I'm
No,
really really done.
She... Just staring at her. No, she was... I've told the story about her, but I didn't mention that it was her before. We were in Vegas. We had sex on the balcony, and people were like... applauding. After we were
So
done.
fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
That was her. Anyways, so Crazy asked me one time after we're broken up because I was hanging out with her, and she's like, "Oh, have you hooked up with this girl before?" And I was like, "Yeah, I have, And so apparently it hurt her so much that I was checking in with her that I guess she didn't know I was going on a trip with her. I don't know.
Okay.
Not that it's any of her business, anyways. So she had to delete me off Facebook because it hurt so bad. And I
But
was
Stacy lives up there?
Stacy just recently moved up there. yes.
Okay. All right.
So, but yeah, that was like my favorite thing ever. It's like,
So
oh
that
my God, you
warrants an
deleted me.
unfriending.
Yeah. I was like, oh, it's so good.
Wow.
Which is funny because as I said in the last show, she was asking me for relationship advice. Crazy was.
Uh-huh.
So apparently she's quote unquote dating
Right.
someone.
That was what I was just about to say. Like she keeps talking about this person that she's dating and she needs advice and she wants to tell you all about it, except she's still super duper hung up on you.
Right. There's no way she's dating somebody else. And if she is, I feel really bad for the guy.
Have you asked any of your friends? Like when they bring her up, have you said like
I did ask Steve.
Is this
See, I
real?
don't want to sound like I actually care as far as like, oh my God, is she dating someone? I just kind of want to know. I'm inquisitive.
Is this
about
real?
It. Yeah. So I have very briefly asked Steve, but this was like at least a month ago, and he claimed to not know much. He's like, yeah, I heard something about it. I don't really know what's up. And that was like the end. I was like, all right. Whatever.
You'll find out soon enough.
I'm sure I will.
Yeah.
I also pissed her off because she sent out a group text the other day. I don't even know if I should repeat what she said. It was to me. And
we all
him
want to hear it.
and a few
Now that
other
you've brought it
people.
up, you have to talk about
Well,
it.
honestly, it's very embarrassing for her. She doesn't find it embarrassing because she sent a group text message with at least like 6 people on it. It
She's
said,
a fucking genius.
yeah, something like, I just got back from my colonics appointment. Now you can't say I'm full of shit anymore.
Oh, come on.
And
That's not funny.
Well, what was
That's
funny,
not-
I texted her back and I said, I could have gone the rest of my life not knowing that.
Is that
But she got really mad when I
was she
said
just
that.
trying to be funny?
I think she's trying to be funny.
Okay.
But she got really mad and texted me individually after I said that, like, how dare you? You're so mean, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, A, it was a joke. B, I don't need to know that you had a hose shoved up your ass.
See, you texted me first.
Right? You sent out the message. And then she told me that I was pathetic.
You are.
I
You
was
know
like-
this, right?
Yeah, I just texted her back. All I said was like, yes, you're right. I'm the pathetic one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It might be a good idea to change your number.
I can have her blocked.
There you go.
Sprint allows me to block numbers.
You
So
should probably do that.
I was just like, oh my God, like it's just insanity.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
She is fucking believable.
That was before she deleted me off Facebook.
You should tell her to listen to this show.
Oh my God, she'd be so angry. I mean, we've been
Yeah.
talking about her since like show number 1.
Oh yeah, I mean she's been a topic of awesome conversation
Yeah.
for a while. now.
We've gotten comments on how much they love hearing about Crazy.
Really?
Well, I know
I
Eric.
don't-
I think it was Eric from the Ned Files said how much he loves the stories about
Okay.
Crazy.
I love hearing
I
about
think
Crazy.
Albert was saying something about Crazy.
Yeah, Albert, yeah.
Speaking
of Albert,
yes,
it was his birthday
it was. Happy birthday,
like a
Albert.
few days ago.
Yeah, happy
birthday, Albert.
Happy birthday, our number 1 super fan
We love you.
in a straight way.
Totally straight.
No homo.
Well, I mean, like kind of homo, because
Oh.
that's the topic.
A little homo.
Yeah, a little bit homo. Okay. Well, Albert actually had his birthday party at the Magic Castle.
Thanks for the invite.
Well, it was like cool people only.
Makes sense.
So sorry.
Yeah.
Plus, like Crazy Man showed up. You never know.
Then why was Eva there?
Oh,
That was a joke. You said cool people only.
Oh.
You see what I did there?
I'm sorry. I was she was invited.
Bitch.
Sorry.
How dare you? It really was cool people only.
No.
Yes.
Yeah. It was a bunch of like my Disney friends and stuff, but mostly Albert's really good friends, and we had to keep the party small to mainly his friends because I only have a certain amount of people I can get in.
Heard that
But-
before.
It's 2 at a time, please. 2 at a time. But yeah, I mean, I had mostly wine that night, and like maybe a couple, like maybe 1 or 2 shots. I was beyond hammered.
Yeah.
Like so far beyond hammered, I couldn't even fucking deal. Like
Man.
I
Worst-
wouldn't have been able to sleep in my car. Like I
Wow.
most definitely got the spins that night. I didn't throw up, but fuck, I haven't been that drunk since like April Fool's.
I was gonna say, was this worse than April Foolishness?
I think this was better than April Foolishness because at April Foolishness I was literally not able to speak.
You weren't.
I had no words. My tongue would not work.
Yeah, every now and then in April Foolishness, you just say something about being really hammered.
I was just looking at you like mouthing, I'm so drunk.
Yeah,
I'm
you really
so
were.
drunk.
Like, that was the whole night.
I couldn't think of anything else to say. No, this time I thought that magic tricks would be a good fucking idea.
Abracadabra, bitches.
Bad idea. I botched a trick so bad.
Oh, you were doing tricks.
I botched a trick so bad. I mean, it wasn't. I
on.
didn't like give the trick away or anything, but I do remember
Tricks are for whores.
looking at this like spread of cards and looking at the person, like, my assistant, and then like looking back down and looking at them and going, I don't fucking know.
I don't know what's
I
happening.
have no idea. And I put the cards all back together and I gave them to him. He did a trick and all that. It was fine, but it was super embarrassing. And yeah, so note to self. Note to drunk Jenny, future drunk Jenny, don't ever get a deck of cards after you've been drinking.
Hopefully she takes note of this.
Hopefully she just doesn't drink at the Magic Castle anymore.
Yeah.
It was fine though. I got a ride home. My friend Mitch drove me
you
home.
did.
Thank you, Mitch, because I know that you're gonna listen.
Hey, Mitch.
Hey, Mitch.
I don't know you.
How's it going? Well, he pretty much saved my life the other night. Either I was gonna have to sleep in my car, or, you know, like blow some dude for a ride home.
So you blew him for a ride home?
No.
Oh.
I really didn't.
Then it's too bad.
I think I was too drunk, honestly. I mean, I was so
Sloppiest
out of my
blowjob
mind
ever.
wasted.
Nice.
So,
Good times.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. One thing I want to bring up before we move on,
Mhm.
it has something to run by you.
Please.
This got brought up on a TCS after show. As you know, the best part about the Charity Strike live shows are the after shows.
It's the after show.
Evan and
Yeah,
I were
you guys been drinking,
Oh,
you having a
we're-
good time.
we're well lubricated at that point.
Yes. Oh, how do people find the after show?
Oh, yes. Thank you for the
Mhm.
cheap plug there. If you go to our website, thecharitystrike.com, click on the Ustream banner up at the top there. That's how you listen to us live. And if you're listening live, you just keep listening.
Yep.
You give us a minute to hit stop on everything, and then we continue with the live show.
They hit stop on the record button,
But not
they
on the
keep-
live
Yeah,
button.
they keep going live, and if they have listeners, they'll just continue on.
Yeah. So you text us, we'll talk to you, whatever.
That's the best part.
It was so much fun.
Yeah.
We just shoot the shit. Evan and I were doing the after show,
Okay.
and
Was this last week?
this was like a week or two ago.
Okay.
It's been since our last Awkward Apocalypse.
I need
It
to
was after
listen to more of the episodes with Eva on them.
that. Nah, it's fine. She sucks.
I think that your show is much better with her
Well,
on there.
tomorrow's gonna be good. Episode 133 is gonna be good because she's a huge Sharks fan, and they just got eliminated by the Kings.
Oh.
So she's gonna be
yeah.
verbally raped by Mike and I.
Mm.
It's gonna be great.
Good.
Anyway, so we're doing this after show, and we have a few listeners. One of which is hate to keep bringing him up, but Eric from the Ned Files.
Mm.
And we start talking back and forth and stuff. And one thing he brought up would be a great game, and he meant this for Eva, but I think this would be a great game for you to do on the show.
Okay.
Get a group of ex-boyfriends, say
Mhm.
5 to 10 ex-boyfriends,
Okay.
make molds of all their cocks,
Oh my god.
and then you have to basically blind taste test them, see which one, if you can pin the cock on the X, basically.
Oh my god.
How much fun would that be?
That's amazing.
Yeah, I thought that was genius.
That is
I had to bring that up to you.
fucking genius. I don't think I would be able to get away with that.
Why?
I don't think so.
You think you'd be able to figure it out?
Well, well,
We know that purple strap-on is going to be pretty
no,
identifiable.
yeah, right. I would definitely be able to figure them out.
Okay.
But I think getting them would be really
Oh,
hard to
that's
do.
what Eva said too. She goes, I would be down for it, but rounding them all up.
Okay, so here's what we have to do. From here on out, I need to get like Clonadix or what are they called?
Something like that.
Is it whatever it is, Clonacock or something? I need to get those from each person that I'm dating
Yeah, as you're dating
while
them.
I'm dating them.
Yes.
Okay, this has to happen.
I think this
I need a fucking collection.
this would be such a fun game.
How awesome would that be?
How awesome indeed.
Wait, and who came up with this?
Ned or Eric from the Ned Files. Call him Ned.
Oh my god,
It's such a great idea.
it's so good.
I forget how it got brought up. So we're talking about dicks or something, and he said we should do that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I
This is
really
so
I want to
good.
do that right now. Like I want to like
Yes.
text
A bunch of ex-boyfriends.
all of my ex-boyfriends and see who'd be down for this. How funny would that be?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And what a random text message would be your boyfriend and be like, oh, why is Jenny texting
Yeah,
me?
like I'll text like
Can I
purple
have
dong
a mold
dude.
of your dick? What?
Yeah.
Oh, he'd probably gladly.
I'll
give
be
it up
like,
then.
hey, oh yeah, because he's
Yeah.
so into his cock size,
Oh
it's
my God.
ridiculous. I wonder if it's shrunk since he's lost most of his weight. Because he's super
Interesting.
skinny now.
Right. I saw he looks really
He
scarce.
looks really, really scary.
Ethiopian. Yeah.
Scary.
Yeah, when I first saw him,
But-
I was like, "Who are you?" He's like, "Hey, man, it's me." I was like,
Oh, he's all
"Oh,
like flabby.
yeah,
Ugh.
yeah, really just flabbed out." Though I would think it might get bigger because the fat around his cock region is not covering up some potential size.
So maybe longer, but like thinner.
maybe so.
That would be my guess.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know. I don't know how penises work.
Well, you know how they work. You
No,
just don't
I
know
have
how
no
they-
idea how penises work.
It's not what I've heard.
I've never seen one.
I thought you have one.
I do
All right.
in my mind.
Oh, nice. Anyway, so that's my idea. We should somehow do it. If any listener wants to
fantasies,
do
my
it or something, we'll help you
imagination.
out. Yes.
Yeah.
On that note, let's get into some fucks.
Oh yeah, the fucks.
Fuck you. Fuck you very, very much.
This week's fuck you is brought to you by Hangovers. Not sure if anybody really super enjoyed the Memorial Day weekend, but chances are you were drinking.
I hope so.
Were you drinking, Greg?
Yeah, I was in Portland for part of it.
Okay.
Monday I didn't really drink much, but definitely drank
Yeah.
Saturday and Sunday.
I hate hangovers.
I had a really nice one on Saturday.
Okay.
For Friday night, we went bar hopping,
Oh,
and we found one bar that just has German beers.
okay.
So I tried like one of every beer, and I just
There you
all kinds of beers, all different types. Went to different bars. Oh my god, just so many mixings of beers. I was so hungover the next day.
So tell me, when you on a trip, like, do you find that you party harder on Friday because it's the first night of vacation, or do you party harder on Saturday because it's Saturday?
I think it depends on who I'm with. Like in
Yeah?
that instance, it's kind of she lives there, she has a job, so it's like as soon as she's available to go party, let's go fucking party.
Okay.
Now, luckily for her, I got there late Wednesday night. She had Thursday off. She had Friday off. So Thursday we went out drinking.
Okay.
Friday we ended up drinking more than Thursday. I think it just was coincidence, nothing planned.
Okay.
So
I tend to drink more on Fridays. Just saying.
I tend to drink more whenever. I mean, like I didn't work any of those days, so I'm like, let's drink all fucking day.
All the time.
Yeah,
the whole
let's
time.
not stop drinking.
Well, did you flew there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you
Oh,
were
God,
saying
yes.
you checked into the airport.
Yeah,
I drove up there one time,
Ugh.
and we had to pass through Weed, California.
nice.
Oh,
Is that
so
good?
good,
Yeah.
so good. Anyway, back to hangovers.
Back to your hangover, yes.
So Sunday night was Albert's birthday thing,
For cool people only.
and pretty much,
Yeah.
or it was pretty much just like a don't invite Greg party.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Adam Kroll used to have those. Don't
We
invite
were-
Ray parties. It's called DIR party.
We weren't supposed to tell you.
Yeah, you have a DIG.
It said it was very strict on the Facebook page.
Well, Eva blew it by checking in with a picture, so
Oh, yep.
bitch.
So Amanda checked in too, I think.
I didn't.
Yeah.
You even invited Amanda? That whore?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. My feelings are hurt.
Liz.
Anyways,
Well, I was, obviously I was super drunk,
yeah,
like I've mentioned many times now.
8 or 9.
And Monday was pretty rough. Like I was planning on going to the beach with like a couple friends, and like we were gonna, have this big long awesome day.
Yeah.
And then like later on in the day I was gonna pack. I didn't do any of that shit.
Nope.
Like I laid in bed until like the afternoon when a friend came pick me up, took me to my car, and then I came back. I think at one point I made a quesadilla.
Nice.
That was about it.
Quesadilla.
Yeah, I think I peed.
I hope so.
Like that's all.
Hopefully in
that's
the toilet.
Other than that, other than those three things that I just mentioned, I was laying in bed and watching like Once Upon a Time and Hannibal and like Grimm and
There ain't nothing
Game
wrong
of
with that.
Thrones and Doctor Who. Oh, it was so awesome.
This is not being hungover, but how big of a loser am I? Eva was like, "Hey, come out to the beach with us on Friday or on Monday." I was like, "Oh, wait, I can't. I've got the charity
What?
strike to do."
Ah.
Then I had this like dilemma. I was like, "Do I
like
do the
what
show?"
time though? I mean, you could have gone
Well,
earlier.
the show starts at 7, and I said you're going to Ventura. She said, "No, we're going to LA." If it was
Yeah.
in Ventura, would have gone.
Yeah.
LA was, gotta go over there. But,
You
fuck
should have
it.
gone to the beach by yourself.
No, I don't beach debate. It's just weird.
I like that.
Yeah,
That's
I
funny.
just thought of it.
Hmm.
Anyways,
Cool.
any more cussing at hangovers?
No.
All right,
Would you have a fuck yeah though?
let's get positive.
Fuck yeah! We're gonna listen back to these 10 years from now.
I
We're
hope
gonna be
not.
like, wow, we were dorks.
Could you imagine if our kids find these?
No.
Like we have kids down the
No.
line. I mean, not
No.
together, but
These will be destroyed the moment one of us has a child. I'm just letting you know.
I think I see the moment one of us loses our virginity.
Oh. Just saying.
I thought you were waiting for marriage. Whore.
What? No,
Oh. It's weird.
you're ridiculous.
It's awkward. Anyways, what's our
Okay,
fuck
yeah,
of the day?
the fuck yeah of the day is Arrested Development came out with a brand new season.
Yes, thanks to
And
Netflix.
not only did they come out with a brand new season, but they released the whole season at the same time.
Yeah, that's
Awesome, dude.
Who does
Look,
that?
you
You like
got
that?
this ready. I like it. I like it a lot.
I'm prepared.
Yeah. I only watched the first few episodes, but they're really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not like a huge Arrested Development fan. I feel like more people are excited about Arrested Development than like the Super Bowl. You know?
Well, yeah, I guess you got more girls involved. At the
Sort of
Arrested
like a
Development
nerdy
Super Bowl.
thing.
It
Yes.
is very nerdy.
Well, I mean, kind of. It's like a TV nerdy thing.
Right. It's like a cult.
But what a
kind of
really cool
nerdiness.
thing. And like, aren't they coming out with a movie sometime?
Well, they've been saying that for years, and they were signed on. And I think this actually got turned into the show. The movie was going to happen. I think the show became the movie, or vice versa, whatever. But this is great. I never finished watching the entire series prior to what came out, so I'm going back and I'm watching everything through before I watch the new stuff.
It's a really good idea. And I wish that I had thought of that too, because when I was watching them, it was when I was still in art school. So I would play them and then do my artwork. So I was only really just listening to the show. I
okay.
wasn't watching it. I didn't retain any of the information. I really should have watched it.
Yeah, it reminds me
Again.
how underrated Portia de Rossi is.
She's so amazing.
She's so gorgeous.
She's so pretty.
Now I haven't watched yet, but I heard in the new episodes she's had a little botched work done to her face.
Oh.
Not for the show. I just mean in general. Like, it looks like she's had a little work done.
I
and
haven't
It's not,
seen
hasn't worked out so
the
well.
episode with her because in the new series they're focusing on each character gets their own episode, and I haven't watched the one with her in it yet, so I will let you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
And eventually I'll get to it in the next couple weeks
Right.
or so.
Exactly. Well, you let me know if I don't let you know.
Somebody's got to let somebody know.
Yeah,
Interesting.
we'll figure that out
Yeah.
later at some other point.
Anywho.
Well, I'm pretty much my drink is empty.
Yeah, and our guest is here. We got to let him in the room. So let's take a little break. Let's get
Cool.
situated. Let's refill our booze.
Hallelujah. Yeah.
Yeah. You like that? Feels good for the topic.
Sweet.
I love
Good
what's
song
right
choice, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DJ
I left
Greggy Greg.
this one up to you, and I'm proud of you.
Oh, well, I came through
Yeah.
once again.
Well, after the break, we're going
And
to
I
be
wasn't
talking
invited
about
to the pool
homosexuality. We're going to have Ben Roman in the studio.
Yes,
We're going
yes.
to play you some of his music, and hopefully we'll be able to ask him some questions that will get us thinking about stuff and
Stuff.
yeah, we're gonna learn stuff.
And most importantly, we have a is it a Would You Rather?
We do have a what would you do or would you rather? We do.
Yes, that I
And
have no idea what's going on.
I'll also be asking Ben what
Yes.
his answer is.
She's
gonna
asked
be.
the Facebook people, but she hasn't asked me yet. So
Yeah.
it's been interesting all day not going on Facebook.
Right. Talk to you guys in a few.
BRBZ. Hey everybody, it's Rebound from the Charity Strike. Sitting across from me, Trigger Mike. Yeah, that's him. Anyways, dude, why do you think people should listen to the show?
Tuesdays with Trigger.
That is the worst idea ever. You should listen to the Charity Strike because I think I'm effing hilarious, and what I think goes.
What?
Anyways, you should check us out for sports updates, humor, all the good stuff. We are the best/worst sports show ever. So check us out at thecharitystrike.com, facebook.com/thecharitystrike, and you know we're on iTunes.
Oh, Daddy, yo!
Hey, this is Chad D. Hart.
This is Jeremy Gordon.
I'm Craig Edwards.
And I'm Jonathan Rosian. We're from the Primetime Podcast. You can find us at theprimetimepodcast.com. We record Mondays, and what do we talk about?
Film, television, entertainment, what we've been watching, lots of rants, lots of explosions. Okay, a little bit of explosions.
More rants than explosions.
Yes.
Sometimes there's explosions.
Metaphorical explosion, sure.
It's all fine until we get hurt. Check us out, primetimepodcast.com.
Oh, that's right. Welcome back in, everybody.
Oh yeah.
You're so gangster. Welcome back into the Awkward Apocalypse. Greg sitting here with the lovely as always, Jenny O.
Aw.
And we're being joined by a very special guest.
Ben Roman.
That's right.
What's up, buddy?
Ooh, hey, everybody.
How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you two doing?
Good. Well, we're really excited to have you in on the show because obviously you have a lot to do with our awkward top subject today.
Yes.
But at the same time, I think you're a
So
really
famous.
fucking cool dude. Like, you're one of the coolest dudes I've ever met. And I'm stoked to have you as a part of this.
I'm stoked to be here.
It's like you brought our cool points up, like a whole lot.
I hope maybe like
At
one
least a
point.
couple,
Yeah,
yeah.
one or two. Yeah. Well, that's an awesome compliment. So I'm excited to be here. 'cause
Yay.
I
And
love
now we're
you.
up to 2 cool points. We're so
We're
cool
up
now.
to 2 now.
Yeah.
Sky's the limit.
Well, we're listening to you right now.
Yeah. I
That's
didn't realize
kinda
that was going to
cool.
happen. That's really cool. Thank
Yeah,
you.
playing your music.
And my music.
You're so awkward about it.
Groovin'.
We're listening to you right now.
We're listening to your voice.
Yeah, you're staring at my face.
This is a little bit weird, actually.
And then there's a pussy here.
Yeah, my cat's just wandering around.
Yeah, she's
I've-
here too.
I've not had a pussy come close to me in a long time.
Oh, yeah. I could see where that would be
Yeah.
a little awkward for you. Sorry. Sorry about that.
It's all good.
Well, tell us how, tell our listeners how they can listen to your music or get it or get
Okay.
involved in your life.
Well, for those of you who don't know who I am, which is all of you, my name is Ben Roman. Like they said, I live in Hollywood. I've been in LA for 10 years, pursuing my dreams of being an entertainer.
Yeah.
So I do a little bit of everything from hosting karaoke to emceeing events. My main passion is being a recording artist. So like, I grew up with Paula Abdul and Janet Jackson and Michael Jackson and Ricky Martin. And
You can hear it in the music.
Can you hear it? Really?
Actually, and I was listening to some of it last night because I was wondering if I should ask you to put your music on the show. And I was thinking, like, he's so Ricky Martin. Like, even like the photos that you take are so very Ricky Martin.
Like Latin lover, blah blah
Oh,
blah.
totally.
Yeah. Well, that's the
Totally.
vibe. That vibe is supposed to be like Justin Timberlake has a baby with Ricky Martin, and then you sprinkle some Beyonce on
I
it.
can see that.
That's kind of what I'm going
That's
for.
awesome.
Well, tell us about Beyonce. It's actually tell us about Beyonce.
Beyonce. Well,
What?
I like what? Speaking about awkward, it's like putting your penis between your legs to dress like a woman. I lived in
My
West
typical
Hollywood,
Saturday.
right? Just a normal Tuesday. I have a lot of drag queen friends, and I've lived in West Hollywood for 6 years, going on 7. And I just grew up in the gay world around drag queens, and so it was just second nature when they came to do like an amateur drag competition to do it. And Beyonce, the real Beyonce, she's like my favorite artist in the whole world, and I love her, and I know all of her moves and whatnot. So it came time to do amateur drag, and I became Beyonce.
And you rocked it.
And I rocked it. You got to see the
I
most
got
recent.
To see it. It was so good.
Did a little single lady. So she inspires me. She's a great performer, and that's what I aspire to be too.
You even
so.
got like the hand movements down.
Yeah, it's
So
all about
good.
the hands
It's all
and
about
the
the
hips
hand-
and the hair and the whatever, So I've got two albums on iTunes, one in Spanish, one in English, and they're amazing. All you have to do is search my name, Ben Roman, and you can find them.
Fantastic.
It's awesome.
Well, so you're on iTunes. You're you have Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter. It's my handle is Roman Online.
Roman Online.
If you go to my official website, Ben Roman Online, BenRoman Online.com, all the links to my Twitter, to my Facebook, to my MySpace. Yes, MySpace still exists if you're a music artist.
What?
Only
is
if you're
that?
if you're a music
What?
artist, it still works out.
Wow.
So,
Well,
but yeah.
It's actually good for bands and music artists because they let you put songs and
Mhm.
all that good stuff on there.
Yeah,
Okay.
you download and stream and all that kind of stuff. And I have a YouTube channel and all that you can find on my site.
Excellent. You have YouTube? Like,
I-
what do you put on your YouTube?
I put performances and I put like I was on a national TV commercial that's on there. I was on a documentary that's on there. And
You were also on TV recently, but not for your music stuff. What was it? Oh, Sit?
Oh, Sit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sit.
The CW has this game show. It's kind of like Extreme Musical Chairs meets Wipeout meets The Hunger Games. And it's a big island and a rock band plays and you have to race through these challenges whilst trying to kill your fellow competitors.
So
and then the
awesome.
band stops and then you have to race across a giant moat over these insane bridges to get to Chair Island. And you have to be one of the first ones to get to Chair Island and you win money. So
That's what they call it?
yeah, Chair Island.
It's
Yeah,
so cool.
And Chair Island. It's really cool. It was really cold and it was really hard to do. It's probably the hardest thing I've ever done, but it's on the CW.
It seems like an Americanized version of those like Japanese game shows.
Yeah.
where
like
they,
Wipeout.
Yeah, yeah. So funny.
It is something about watching like human beings like fall and
Getting
totally
hit
bite
by
it.
like giant foam
Giant
things
foam and like
fall
eating
into
shit,
water.
looking like
Yeah.
rag dolls is just entertaining.
It's so
the
good.
Japanese figured it out first. We're just
People
like,
love watching people get hurt.
It's fantastic. I mean, why do you action movies?
Well, that's why
and-
YouTube's so popular.
That's true.
Oh, and America's Funniest Videos is like wrapping up like 25 or 30 years of that.
I can't believe it's been
Yeah.
that long.
Yeah, we're getting old.
Amazing.
It makes me feel very old. Remember when Bob Saget was still hosting? And
Oh my god.
Is he still alive?
yeah,
Yes,
Okay.
he's very
Just
much alive.
Yeah.
making sure.
And he's a dirty bastard.
I
he
heard
is. He's
that.
hilarious.
Very dirty bastard. I met him, and he was a dirty, dirty, dirty
right, you did
bastard.
meet
I
him.
did.
You're like, hey,
It was
Bob Saget.
awesome, and it was also a dream crusher,
Oh, wow.
like a childhood.
You didn't know
like-
he was dirty walking into
I
it?
did know that. I mean, I saw Aristocrats, but like,
Yeah.
still,
Well, you know, my favorite dream crusher was meeting Florence Henderson.
really,
Yes, and just thinking that she's like, oh, it's Mama Brady. She's
yeah,
so sweet.
she's perfect.
And then she tells you the world's dirtiest jokes, and then she
Oh.
wants to see. She was like, I want to see your cock.
Oh my god! Oh,
That was after a few.
it's like Irene
cocktails.
at the Magic Castle.
Yes, Irene, the founder
Holy
of the Magic
shit.
Castle.
Irene, one of the founders of Magic Castle, she's this very she's gorgeous German.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
talk like this. Yeah.
so sweet,
Right.
and she is like.
She tells the
She'll
dirtiest
talk about
jokes.
your balls and like just like the dirtiest shit. It's amazing what comes out of that woman's mouth.
Yeah.
I'd say.
And she'll drink you under the table with Jägermeister.
Really?
It's impressive.
Her liver is like steel.
Goddamn Germans.
It's
Yeah.
it's like she's been drinking for 60 years
I
or
think
something.
she has been drinking for 60 years.
Sorry.
She's only 55. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I have a would you rather for you guys.
Yeah, why don't you set this up what you
Yeah.
made me go through
Yeah.
today?
Okay, so so last episode I was wondering if any of our listeners would want us to ask them the would you rather or the would you do it or the what would you do question
Right.
prior to the show so that we can announce what other people would say and then maybe ask Greg as well or have it all be like a one like a complete thing, which is this is what everybody voted on. But instead today I decided to ask our listeners what they thought Greg would say.
Oh.
Yeah, and you didn't know this because you haven't seen the question.
No, you wouldn't let me look at our Facebook page.
No, it's totally secret. So only our listeners were able to see, well, I guess able to read it because you know that I would have slit your throat if you did.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm wildly afraid of you.
you should be.
I am.
Good.
I even put it in one of my personal posts today on Facebook.
It's true. You did.
Yeah.
So the question was, would you rather sit through your mom showing you her entire sex toy collection, including the DVDs and movies that she's in? Imagine her sitting there like, look at this, and this is what I've done with that. And okay. Or find out that the person you've been dating for a month is your cousin.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
No wonder that lady wanted us to.
Yeah, we
Not
got a comment today,
This is the
Ben,
best.
that it was like this woman. She's like, "Why is this trash showing up on my page?"
Oh.
So I banned her and deleted the comment. Yeah.
Fuck you, lady.
But the question that begs is the cousin a married cousin or is it a blood cousin?
It's
Oh.
it's your first cousin.
Okay.
Like a cousin.
Cousin.
But you may or may not have had sex with them. It's
I was going to ask that. Have we had sex yet?
I would say that doesn't really matter. The fact that you're dating them like after a month, like you can be the judge of that.
It kind of does matter.
Just saying.
Like
After a month, I probably would have already fucked them. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
A month?
Holy shit.
That's 3 dates right there. Don't know what you're talking about.
Oh
So-
my god! So I
so
have to check out
mom-
my mom's sex toy collection.
Yeah, and the movies, the home movies that she's taken
Yep.
and been in,
Or date my cousin for a month.
or find out that you've
After a
been dating your
month,
cousin
yeah.
for a month.
Man. And so, what did the Facebook people?
I can't tell you that
No,
yet.
no, they were voting on what they thought I
We
would
were
say.
voting on what we thought you were going to
Okay.
answer and why we thought
Okay.
you were going to answer that.
This is.
Surprise.
It's gonna take at least a week
Okay.
to have sex again.
Ben,
I'm
do
going
you have
to
an answer?
I would say cousin all the way.
I would say cousin as well.
See,
You had me at the videos. She could show me her double-ended dildo. You could say, "This is my butt plug, mijo. This is the way I." But if you show it to me, no. Cousin.
Right,
Give me my
right.
cousin.
This is my butt plug, mijo.
Yeah.
That's.
Like it's your
That's good.
mom. Like,
But here's the thing: within a month, probably having sex with that person,
okay,
and then you find out it's your cousin. Like that's awful.
right. But you're not trying to get them pregnant.
They were probably hot.
Probably have.
That's true. But at the same time, like your mom starts telling you these things, you can just shut it off. You know, it's
Can
kind
you?
of like.
What
Can
about the
you?
video? What about the video?
What about the video?
Oh, wait. Her own video, like she made
Her
the
video, like yeah, she's in
oh
it.
God. Okay, never mind, cousin. I was leaning towards mom until you
You're
said
going
that.
okay. You're going with cousin.
Now I'm going with cousin.
She probably has a video
Um,
of her getting pounded by her
Oh,
cousin.
okay, cousin.
Okay, so we had 3 people going for cousin.
Okay.
Okay, we only posted this like last night at midnight or something. So we had 3 people going for cousin.
Yeah.
6 people went for the mom and
Really?
her DVD and her sex toy
Oh.
collection.
Well, I was leaning towards mom until you told me that I had to watch her video of her being pounded.
it's including the DVDs that she's in.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
What at first it was just like, all right, I have to look at her fucking nasty dildo. I was like, all right, I'll shut that out. I'll try it. But once I had to watch her video,
Yeah, like you have to
Done.
watch your mom getting fucked.
yeah, I'd
Her
rather,
going,
Okay, so we're going with cousin. I'm
I'd rather
sorry.
fuck my cousin.
I'm sorry
at
to
that
the
point.
majority of you, but like by
And I'm sorry to any
by a
cousins that
wide
may
margin.
be listening to this.
out of 9 people that voted, only 3 people thought that you were going to go for cousin.
Okay.
So
next time, don't tell everybody how little amount of people voted.
And I'd like you to go and check out. There are also like 9 or 10 comments of people that
Is there
like,
really?
that had this full on discussion. Like, do you see what's going on here? This is
Oh my God!
all this
Apparently,
discussion happening.
my choice is very popular.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to check that out. Brad from the Heart Ring
Uh-huh.
had the longest comment, and he was very, very analytical about it. So
Oh, he's like me.
yeah,
Interesting. I would have very much analyzed it.
yes.
Yeah. All right, there's just one comment I have to read, and this is from Jen Lee. She says, there's no way he's going to want to see his mom in a sex video. Would be weird in so many levels. If he enjoyed the video, that's effed up. And if he doesn't, he might not be able to get the other Greg up. Jen, you're right. There's no way I could ever get the other Greg up if I saw that video. That's why I'm not going with my mom.
All right then.
it's official.
It's official. Fucking my cousin.
Make a shirt.
One of the guys is like, "Are we talking first cousins?" Trigger Mike, Greg is desperate. Go with first cousin.
That sounds like Mike.
Yeah, but
Hey, my
wow.
dad's dad is from Arkansas, so
Oh, so
there's a little cousin fucking in there somewhere.
there's some flexibility there.
I'm sure,
Yikes, dude.
I'm sure I'm my own grandpa.
Ugh. Anybody watch Game of Thrones?
First
No.
season.
Anyone?
I'm trying to catch up. on
Okay,
I haven't watched
I think it's one of the latest episodes, if not the latest, where there's like some old lady, part of the family, someone's family, who's like, "Oh, and if you marry that person, then you're gonna be your own stepfather, and you're gonna be,
Ugh.
blah, or like so and so's gonna be your stepfather, but also your brother, and blah."
And I'm
like
my own
on and on and on.
grandpa.
That's royalty for you.
Apparently.
Creepy.
True that.
that.
Yeah.
You white people are crazy.
I know, right?
We just love each other so much.
So much.
Yeah.
Ew.
Ugh.
Gross.
You okay over there?
'Cause I'm vomiting onto my microphone.
Mm.
Still my favorite drop.
Shit. That's everybody's favorite job. Wait,
is.
that's available for download now.
It is. Yeah, I posted up on Facebook and Twitter. I'll retweet it at some point.
Please.
Yeah.
Please do.
That's the Jenny O drop. The
Yeah.
bleh drop.
Well, should we get into the awkward talk?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Oh.
So tonight's awkward talk is homosexuality.
Gay.
And
That's so gay.
thanks, Ben.
You're welcome.
Well, we've brought you in because we want
'Cause
A-
we hear you know gay people.
I know a few.
Okay.
A, the fact that you are yourself a gay man.
I am.
B, you are amazing.
I am fabulous.
Such a
yes.
fucking cool dude.
Thanks.
So we have some questions for you. Because I've dabbled in the world of bisexuality, but I mostly like dudes, just like you and Greg.
Wait a minute.
What?
Hold on.
She's like,
no,
wait.
no, no.
And Greg, I think you consider yourself mostly straight, right?
98%. Yeah.
98%.
Yeah.
We've all had our experience.
It's called college.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mike, shut your mouth.
But as probably the most outwardly gay person that I know, and I'm proud of, by the
Aw,
way.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm so excited that you're here. We can ask all these questions and yeah.
I'm an open book, so you can ask
about what
away
you think.
whatever you like, and I'm more than happy.
Well, I know
to
Greg has
answer.
sort of like a relevant pop culture.
Should I
question
start
for
with that
you.
one?
Yeah. I
All
think
right,
so.
we'll do that before we get into listener questions. Recently, I also do a sports podcast as well. We've been talking about the athletes that have been coming out. Jason Collins, the soccer player whose name is escaping me, and the one thing we I don't watch soccer.
Fuck are you?
Soccer. The one thing we were talking about on the last show was that that's fantastic that you're gay. Come out. No athlete should have to hide whatever they're into, whether it be dudes, chicks, who cares.
Yeah.
The weird thing is they seem to be holding these press conferences. Like it's, hey, guess what? Let's make this a way bigger deal than it needs to be. I just want to know what you thought. Like, is that cool that they're doing, the press conferences? Like, to me, I just think it's like, hey, just do what you want to do and don't hide it. But I think press conferences is a little blown out of the water.
I think so too. But I mean, everyone has their own journey in life, no matter who you are.
Okay.
And the one thing about being gay or bisexual or transsexual or whatever it is when you have your coming to terms with it with yourself, and then most of us don't have to have a press conference to tell our parents or
Right.
siblings or our friends, but then there's people that are in the public eye.
Yeah.
And everyone's different. So I know Neil Patrick Harris, and he had his way of coming out. Zachary Quinto, he had his way of coming out. But I'm myself a sports fan. Go Dallas Cowboys. Sorry if you guys. Sorry, I got the tattoo and everything.
I was going to be so excited.
I'm from Dallas, so.
Okay.
But athletes, it's a completely different world.
Yeah.
And. This is great. I think the press conference maybe is a good way for the beginning. It's like kind of sounding off like an alarm.
Yeah.
Do you think it's more of like a shock value because sports guys that are involved in sports are mostly they're supposed to be like manly and like straight and whatever,
dudes
but
and
like,
bros
do you think that they're just doing it for publicity?
No, I mean, maybe a little bit, but like the soccer player, he did it and then quit. So, I mean, he'd had a career, probably could have had a longer career, but he made the announcement and then he quit. So I don't think it doesn't necessarily get him attention, but I think these guys are trailblazers in the sporting world. And sometimes the trailblazers have to make the loudest noise at the beginning to let everyone else know that it's okay.
Huh.
And
I like that answer.
a lot of the actors that have come out before were very flamboyant. And even if you look at Spanish TV, watch any of the telenovelas, they're dramatic in general, but all the openly gay characters are kind of like cartoons.
Yeah.
So and that's another realm that people are slowly coming out, and it's being okay because they see these people who made a loud firework to quote Katy Perry, and it's like it's okay. So I think what you're going to see is more athletes coming out, kind of less obvious and dramatic. And
One thing people were saying, Jason Collins, the basketball player, came out, but he doesn't actually have a team right now. He's a free agent. So some people are saying he's using that as a way to kind of get up some publicity and, hey, sign me,
Yeah, possibly.
I'll sell some jerseys.
And I don't blame him for it. If he's going to have to come out and he knows he's going to have to suffer whatever consequences, why not try to get something out of it? And then hopefully show like, oh, look, I came out and I'm still successful.
Yeah.
Who knows? It's a scary place. Like I don't envy him at all,
Well, I know that I know that you're religious.
Yes.
Yeah. How has that impacted your sexuality or how you've chosen to like live your life because of it?
Well, let me quickly amend that answer. I'm not religious. I'm spiritual, and my father's a Christian minister, so I was raised in church. I was raised in like the Pentecostal church and the non-denominational church.
Were you raised thinking that homosexuality was wrong?
Yes, I was raised thinking it was a sin. I was raised thinking it was a choice. The difference between myself and a lot of my gay friends is I wasn't aware that I was gay.
When did you know you were gay?
I realized I was gay when I was around 20. I had lost my virginity to my 16-year-old girlfriend when I was 14.
Wow.
Sorry, Mom.
Whoa.
and if my mom is listening and she's done the math, she knows exactly who this person is. But pretty much when you're 14, you can get a boner like just by saying the word boner.
Right.
And so I was pretty much used as a live sex toy for my aggressive girlfriend at the time. So I through high school and college, I dated women, I hooked up with women, and it was no big deal. When I went to college, I had a roommate. Actually, an RA across the hall who was an Abercrombie & Fitch manager. And he looked like from the posters, and he would just come over and always walk over shirtless in his shorts. And all of a sudden, like, I'm noticing, like, well, why do I like looking at this? And then I vividly remember when Marky Mark's and the Funky Bunch Good Vibration video came out. Remember the video, the Good Vibration? Yeah. If you're listening and you don't know who Marky Mark is, this Mark Wahlberg when he first started as a rapper.
He's amazing.
Google Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch Good Vibrations, or just Marky Mark, and you will see this black and white video of Mark Wahlberg in his 19-year-old, 20-year-old, beautiful, muscular body. And I remember sitting with my girlfriend, and it was the very first time I was like, oh, why am I having some excitement down below the waist?
You got it?
Oh, I got it.
Nice.
He's got it. And he actually has the video there too, and I can't look at it, otherwise I'll get too aroused in this area that we're in.
Okay.
No, but I remember it vividly. That was the first time. So that was kind of high school, and then in college, my RA was kind of the next thing. So I knew in my head, okay, maybe I'm not completely straight.
Okay.
And then I graduated college, and I ended up getting caught in a three-way with this bisexual couple.
Oh my gosh,
And-
this just happened.
Yeah, well, I've had three-ways with a guy and a girl before. It was one of those things where, hey, bro, the agreement's like, we don't touch each other,
Right.
but we touch her. And I had done that before, but this is the first time that they involved me.
Okay.
And as soon as he touched me, it was like lightning through my body, and I never experienced it before.
Huh.
And
Okay.
that's when I knew.
So then, when it came to the sexuality stuff or the religion stuff,
Oh yes. Let's
how
back
did?
to that.
Yeah. Well, I'm wondering because, I mean, I can imagine growing up in a religious or spiritual family, how that would be a really big problem.
Yeah.
For you, internally and externally.
Well, if I would have known sooner, I think it would have been a bigger issue. And I know lots of fellow Christian kids that grew up, they were gay, but they struggle with that. And they felt the pressure to have girlfriends.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to be with the girlfriends. What's funny is the way the way that you got out of it when you're a Christian was you weren't supposed to have even sex. You could barely hold hands with your girlfriend.
Right.
So it's easy for a closeted gay boy to not have sex or have to kiss the girl, or whatever, be intimate
But
with the
isn't
girl.
that almost worse?
I think it's worse. I feel blessed
Yeah.
that I never had that conflict,
Okay.
and that I kind of had this like sudden awakening. Did you ever see the movie V for Vendetta?
Yes.
That's one of my favorite movies. The moment that she realizes like where she's at, all of a sudden the world is not at all what she thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
That was my awakening. So I didn't have what's probably the most common thing of being trapped in like feeling like you're being ingenuine to yourself.
Okay.
I never had that before. But that's like you said, it's hard. And my parents, when I came out to them, it was a little easier for me because I
How
was
did that happen?
I did it in an email.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh!
Yeah, my parents and I aren't very close. My dad's is very very traditional, very Latin. Not the most warm person in the whole wide world. And so like we would have dinner and we'd watch TV while we had dinner. So it wasn't like my mom would be like,
You didn't
"How was your day,
talk about
mijo?"
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so when you're a man, you take after your father,
Mm-hmm.
obviously in a lot of ways. And so we just weren't a very close family. And so it was easy for me to like say, well, what am I going to lose if I come out to them and they never talk to me again? I mean, I'll feel sad that I'm not talking to my mom, but like, what am I losing with my dad? So,
Right.
I'm much better when writing than I am talking. So I wrote an email and then I slept on it and then I edited it and then I slept on it and I edited it and I spent about a week editing it and I sent it to my parents and my brothers, and then kind of after I hit send, I was all brave. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna send it, and hit send, and as soon as I hit send, I went, oh my god.
Did they respond?
I have two younger brothers. My middle brother Jeremy is very liberal, very conservative. He serves in the Air Force, and he's just who he is. And he immediately replied back, "I love you. You're my brother. No matter what, I love you."
Aww.
And then he goes, "I kind of knew when you stopped dating girls in college, and you haven't talked about women for like 10 years or whatever,
Yeah.
or 5 years at the time." The youngest one followed my dad's footsteps and became a minister, and they're the ones that took longer to answer. My dad was actually the next one. He said, "Mijo, just know that I love you. I need to process this. I don't agree with your choice."
Sure.
And so it was all the things of like,
Well, good for him, though. I
Yeah.
mean, at least he wasn't just denouncing you.
yeah, and I'm lucky.
Yeah.
That's another situation where I'm lucky. And I know lots of people who got kicked out of their houses, that got beat up by their dads, that were disowned and whatnot.
Or sent off to camp.
Oh, yeah, or sent off to camp, or sent off to institutions where they're getting fixed.
Yeah.
Right.
And I feel blessed that I didn't have to do that, and my heart goes out to those people, and that's why I don't know if you heard of the Trevor Project. The Trevor Project is an organization that's pure function is to get the word out that if there's anybody who has a situation like that, you can call them.
Oh.
And they're like phone counselors. And the whole thing is to say, you're not alone in this. It gets better.
Aw.
Hang in there. And I mean, it's a very trevorproject.org. And I give to them because that's such a huge thing that, I mean, I feel blessed that I wasn't in Alabama at 12 years old, feeling like, and maybe I was a little more effeminate. I was lucky that I played sports and I had jock friends and I had all sorts of friends, and I was able to like dance and be a cheerleader and not get bullied.
Well, because let's make it clear, it's not a choice.
Yeah, it's not a choice. I mean, why would
It
anyone?
could be. It could be.
And maybe for some people,
Maybe
it
for
is.
some
Yeah.
people, but for most people that are, I mean, we see homosexuality within nature. Squirrels, sometimes are gay. Like
Squirrel.
yeah, squirrel.
Dolphins, all sorts of animals. There's
but
that
like,
kind of relationship.
we're human.
Yeah.
We're also mammals, and we're born by nature. So
but this is what kind of made my parents thinking slowly evolve, and they've kind of come around. But is why would I choose to be somebody that will cause me so much grief and so much persecution?
Well, how did your mom react?
My mom let my dad speak on their behalf.
Oh, okay.
So my mom never really fully responded to it. I think she tried to do it in actions. It took a couple years, but then she out of nowhere asked me if I was seeing anybody.
Okay.
just most recently, because I came out 7 years ago. Most recently for Christmas, I brought someone home. They're in Florida, and for the holidays, which that actually scared me shitless.
Yeah.
More than it was coming out to them. And they have a guest room, and I knew I was like, they're gonna make like him stay in the guest room, me in the couch, or vice versa, whatever. Blah blah. Blah. So we get there,
Sure.
and my mom. Yeah,
Us straight people have been dealing with that forever.
yeah, and I think everyone does it when you're with your parents, you know.
Totally.
But I'm 36, he was 35. and
Okay.
whatever. So we get there, and the night winds down, and they seem to like him, and they insisted that we both stay in the guest room.
Wow.
Huh.
So it's the little things like that where she's asking the things that she would ask me if I was straight too.
Yeah.
You know, if I was dating girls, they'd be like, "Are you seeing?" You know, moms do. They pester. Are you seeing anyone? I want
Right.
grandchildren.
Well, they want to make
blah,
sure
blah,
that
blah.
you're okay.
Yeah.
and-
So she's asking those questions, those normal questions.
Yeah.
And again, that's another situation where I'm blessed because some people don't ever get that. You know.
So, well, have you had trouble dating?
Yes, but it's not because
then,
being
or-
gay. It's because it's LA.
Okay, because in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, well, as a straight person, like I've always had trouble dating. I mean, when I'm looking for somebody, right? When you're single, it's like, oh man, the whole world's my oyster, but like, I just can't find like that one person. But I can only imagine within the gay community, it would be so much more difficult because your chances of meeting somebody are so slim compared to
Yeah, I mean, and I think that's
the heterosexual community.
Again, I'm lucky that I live in LA.
Yeah, I
and
guess so.
actually, I live in the heart of West Hollywood, and I can stumble to a gym where it's mainly gay people. I can stumble to a Starbucks where it's mainly gay people, and I can stumble back from the bars.
But it's like out of a pool of, I don't know, what's 3.5 billion people
In LA County. Yeah.
no, I mean in the world,
Oh, in the
you know, that are, I guess we'll just say 3 billion people that are straight that I have to choose from, guys to choose from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your pool of guys is
It's
like
smaller.
is so tiny.
Yeah,
it
and
just
it-
like boggles my mind that you guys can find these partners and
Yeah.
these like soulmates, and it's amazing.
It's kind of tricky because there's a lot of people I know that have been together for many years, and then there's a lot of people that are they're what do you call it, serial dating
Sure.
serial daters
Yeah.
and whatnot. And I think in LA it's just hard for people in general. And the thing with the gays, I think, is it's very it can be very sex oriented because you have things like Grindr
Right.
and you have.
But it's also it seems very community.
It is
too.
very community. When it comes to being proud of who we are, you have to band together.
Yeah.
And if you've ever been to a gay pride festival, I'd suggest it because the energy there is just so like celebratory and loving, and we take pride in that. But we're also men, and men are men.
Yeah.
And this is me just speaking for myself and gays, not necessarily for lesbians, because that's a whole other.
Yeah.
You want to get a lesbian
Completely
on the show.
different. I should try to find a lesbian. To get
Find a
on the show.
lesbian, find a
friend is-
transgender
Find me a
person.
lesbian.
Oh, that's harder for me. I can find you all the drag queens you want.
I'll
But-
take a drag queen. How awesome would that be to have a drag queen on the show?
And show notes. One of my best friends is a lesbian, so maybe we can get her on the
Sweet.
show. Yeah.
But like men are men, you know, and whether it's you're you know, Jenny, you choose men, and the same problems you have with men being
They make zero sense.
pig-headed, they don't make sense, whatever. We're horny, we think with our Johnsons or whatever
Yeah.
the hell you want to call it.
We can say penis here.
penis. We think with our dicks.
Yeah. We can cuss over here.
Yeah. Okay. We think with our cocks.
There it is.
And
There we
so, you went with religion, and my brain went to like censor mode.
Oh, geez. Sorry.
But we're still men. We still have the same issues and with communication and not showing our feelings and whatnot.
Right.
And then some of us show our feelings too much. And then we have all these different categories. There's the feminine ones, and there's the butch ones, and then you have tops, and then you have bottoms, and it's easy. The sex part is easy. The relationship part is kind of the hardest
I
thing
can
I
imagine
found.
that. Well, I mean, I've seen you date a couple of guys, and like
Yeah.
they seem so great. Like you find some really amazing guys.
Yes.
So I don't know. I mean, I can't imagine the kind of problems that you can have with somebody within your own gender.
Yeah. Well, it also depends too. Like the gays, from my experience, we have two puberties. You have your normal puberty physically, like
Sure.
with everyone else, and then you have this delayed puberty, like where if I was straight, I like girls from my entire growing up, and then I go high school, I go to college, and I get all of those experiences out of my system of having crushes and being hurt and being awkward and saying the wrong thing and maturing that way, and then I find a woman and I get married. But with gays, you have your experience. Mine was kind of like an awakening for other people. They're closeted their entire life. But when they finally are able to be gay, then that's when you get to like, okay, now I can have the crushes. Now I can have those first dates. And you're doing that at like age 20,
That's
30,
amazing. I
40.
never even thought about
Yeah,
that.
and for someone like you, I mean, you found out later on, so it's like you kind of went through puberty twice. You had your first date twice. You had your first kiss
Yeah.
twice.
Yeah.
Everything you did twice.
I've been out for, like I said, 8 or 9 years. So I'm technically like 9-year-old. in, the in like my gay maturity.
Sure.
And I mean, in LA, you kind of develop fast, and I'm an adult in real life, so I develop fast. So I would say I'm probably like a 20-year-old, 20-year-old in gay years.
That's
You know,
awesome.
I know what I like and whatnot, but I went through those stages where like I'm 27 and I'm crying because I'm heartbroken, and that's
Yeah.
something that normally I would have experienced in like junior high or
Well,
high
just so
school.
you
Yeah.
know, us 26-year-olds go through this.
It's
right?
like-
Just letting you know.
You're just more used to it.
Yeah. Well, another question for you from our listeners is, what challenges and stereotypes have you had to deal with since coming out?
The biggest stereotype, and it drives me insane, and it comes back from my father, and I'll explain why in a second, is that because I'm gay, I'm less masculine, or I'm less of a man.
So you're the manliest gay guy I know.
And if anybody,
Because you're bulk, like you're like beefed out, and like I don't know, you walk around like you fucking own the place, and it's awesome. Like
Well, I do.
you've found your own way,
yeah.
you know, to express yourself.
Yeah, to be me and whatnot. And like I said, I mentioned my dad. My parents have never actually said, we've always known. But my dad, the only thing he ever pressured me was, like, I would play baseball and then I would quit after like a little bit. And then I would play football and I would quit after a little bit. And we would go fishing, the three boys and my dad, and I would cast a few times. And then my dad would see the rod on the floor. We're like, where's Ben? Look over, and I'm over there drawing. And I wanted
Dancing,
to dance.
practicing your recital.
Yeah, and I wanted to dance, and I became a cheerleader. And my dad always said, he goes, Mijo, you can do whatever you want, what makes you happy. He goes, just never forget, there's men and there's women in this world, and there's things that make you each distinct. And just remember, you're a man, be a man. And so I remember when I first came out, I would have there's plenty of flamboyant people, women or whatnot, but in the gay community there's plenty of flamboyant people, and when I first came out, they would offend me. They almost disgusted me. And they would refer to like other guys as hey girl, and that kind of stuff bothered me, because I always thought like, no, we're men
and women.
Yeah. And as I've evolved and I've grown up, it doesn't bother me at all, and I call some of my friends hey girl, and just more like a owning the word kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like, it's the whole thing about being like masculine. I think that people assume because you're gay that you are a masculine person, and I'm one of those gays that like sports, and I can change a tire.
But like you were just
I can
saying,
kick your ass in a fight.
You know, there's tops, there's bottoms, there's
Yeah, and
men,
then-
there's women, like or the the ones that want to be more feminine, want to be
Yeah,
be more
and then
masculine.
within the gay world too, if you're a bottom, I just did air quotes for those of you who couldn't see me. If you're a bottom, then that's kind of like you're on the receiving end. You're like on the woman position.
Right.
And so if they find out you're a bottom, then it's like that's a stereotype too that really bothers me.
Definitely.
You know,
Yeah.
and the other stereotype that really bothers me is that we're all like hairstylists and we're all in the artistic world.
Sure.
You know,
Sure.
and if you come to
Well, I
L-
mean, you are.
well, yeah, I mean, if you got a day without a gay, you know, Hollywood would
But
shut
you know
down.
what? I know more straight guys that are designers
Yeah.
and dancers and whatever
And
actors.
and that's what I love. But at the same time, it's kind of a scary place. Is when the whole term of metrosexuality came out, like that was to me, that's a scary place for straight guys who were like, I like getting manicures, but I like women. I like looking nice, but I like women. And it was
Right.
the first time that they were able to wear tighter clothes and work out and do things that were typically gay, you know, to like feel better about
That's sort of a
themselves.
revolution, though.
Yeah, it is. And
Yeah.
what's funny is the more that happened, if you like watched it in pop culture, the more buff or the more polished the straight guys came, the metrosexuals came, then the gays were like, wait a minute, that's our thing. And then gays started saying, they started embracing being like hairy and not as ripped and whatever. And,
Ooh.
and
Okay.
we're kind of in that thing where like bears and cubs and those terms may not mean anything to you,
Sure.
but like it's really, really a thing in the gay community to like let your chest hair grow out. And
Do you
kind
think
of,
this is just like LA Central located? I mean, when we're in LA, so we see all this stuff all the time.
Mhm.
But do you think this is happening all over the world, or has this already happened in Europe and we're just catching up, and the the East Coast just has to like get on board, or what?
I think it's like music and fashion and whatnot, how things get around.
Okay.
I think we're kind of the trendsetters in a lot of ways, because the people in Kansas and Nebraska and the Bible Belt, when they see examples of gay and straight and like gender identity, they see it in movies and on TV and in magazines, and all that comes from the entertainment capitals.
Yeah.
So I think what we produce as like, this is what's it, like by the time they get that message, then that becomes more popular.
Okay.
But then you have, I mean, like RuPaul's Drag Race is a huge deal in LA, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But some kid in Topeka, Kansas, who's in like a Podunk County, who wants to try to wear a little makeup and be a little androgynous, that's scary for him.
Well, we see it in like Glee.
Yeah, you see,
we're trying as in LA, we're trying to put it into the media, and into TV and movies and stuff like that, but we're still portraying it as a taboo thing.
Yeah.
Well, and
Also
now we
novel
have
thing.
things like guy liner, you know.
Yeah.
People wear guy liner.
Yeah.
Well,
Thanks, Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Well, it's coming from all different directions. You have like a lot of the emo rockers and emo fashion icons that are saying it's okay to be androgynous. It's okay for a guy to wear eyeliner or a guy to be dressed like kind of half like in drag.
Sure.
Like that's kind of like the new thing, but that's just it's like an evolution. What's funny is yesterday I was at a bar, surprise, and the guy saw my ID and he goes, "You're a I forget what the term it is, but when United States turned 200 bicentennial, I think it's bicentennial.
Okay.
You're a bicentennial baby." And I was born in 1976, and that's the year the United States turned 200. So anytime anyone goes, "How old is our country anyway?" I always think, okay, my age plus 200, okay, so it's 237 years old. It's going to be 237 years
cool.
old. That's why I remember it.
Okay.
But then every time I think about that, I think that's
Do people
not...
ask that question a lot?
I get that all the time.
Yeah, really. Okay.
Hey, how old's the country?
But it makes me think of
call Ben.
how young our country is, honestly. Like,
It's true.
in comparison to all these other countries.
We're so
thousands
little.
and thousands. We're young. We're like little tweeny, like in the country world, we're like tweens. And which means
we still like Bieber.
we
Yeah,
still
but I mean, like people in Europe, I mean, they've been showing their boobs all over the place
Yeah, they have.
forever, and like, yeah, I mean, I feel like the gay community in Europe is like so embraced,
and
it's
even
just
I mean,
totally normal.
everyone drinks younger there, and it's not as
Yeah.
taboo, and we're just like we're still feeling things. We had slavery 80 years ago,
Yeah.
so like we're so young, you know. And I always think like that's why I'm really excited to be alive the time that we're alive, because we're seeing all these changes and these evolutions, and we're old and have great grandchildren. They won't be able to wrap their brain around the idea of some of the things that are happening even now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Now we're talking about stereotypes and like how gays are portrayed in the media and movies and such, especially for the states that are in the middle of the country that don't deal with a lot of this. I feel like a lot of, I mean, especially in comedies, but a lot of the portrayal is like, "Hey fellas," like the over the top, you know, like Big Gay Al,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. Like
Yeah, very
how-
South Park.
Yeah, exactly. Like how inaccurate is that kind of stuff?
The thing about it is, it's the rainbow flag is our flag because we have every shade. I mean, just like anybody in the street, even the straight community, there's all different types. But in the gay community, there's flamboyant all the way to butch and everything in between.
Mm-hmm.
And so the problem is you're trying to get a big message out there to get acceptance, but there's so many variants, and you can't. There's not one person that can represent the whole community.
Right.
So we just need a lot of voices speaking out. You need the big gay owls out there, and then you need like the really really butch.
We need the Ben Romans.
No,
we need more Ben Romans.
I like to say I'm kind of in the middle, and it kind of depends on where I am. I kind of veer to both sides. I mean, I've done the drag before and whatever, so I
Sure.
think it's fun to dabble in all different sides of your personality. But it's just hard. Like we just need time to go by. We need more examples of people so that straights and whoever can be like, oh wow, oh anyone can be gay, just like anyone can be straight.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of times the flamboyant part is just acting up to say, you know, hey, I'm gay.
Look at me.
Yeah, look at me, or I'm going to embrace it. Before you can make fun of me, I'm going to be I'm going to be there first.
It's kind of like the fat kid making fun of himself before you can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. In a lot of ways.
I have experience with that. Come on.
Yeah. Well, one last question from our listeners.
Go for it.
Do you have any advice for our listeners who are gay or that have friends that are gay?
Let's do those in the two answers there.
Yes.
For
It's very different.
For the ones that are gay, my biggest advice to you is to be yourself. And if you are fortunate enough, like myself, to be in an area where you can be yourself, be grateful and be involved in the community so we can help those that aren't as lucky to have that experience. And then for those of you who aren't lucky enough to be yourself, just know that it gets better. To take stands, take steps, and you're going to face resistance, but know that you're not alone. And that someday you will get out of that. And even if you have problems with your family and your friends and whatnot, the people who truly love you will come around. For the people that have friends who are gay, those are the most important people. You like when Prop 8 came around, there was these huge rallies, and it was like 98%, I'm just making that number up, of gays there. And the voices that matter with the celebrities that speak out and with the people that march with us are our straight allies.
Yeah.
Because it's easy for people who hate on gays to hate on gays. But then if all of a sudden you have a fellow straight friend who's like, dude, that's not cool, and stands up for, equal rights and, equality and whatever, that's what makes the conversation start. He's like, dude, why are you defending these fags? He's like, that's not cool.
Right.
That's not what we call them. I'm fine with them. You know, like it's kind of like a virus. Like
Yeah.
the straight people have to be our allies.
Just
and say,
because I know you and you're gay doesn't make me want to be more gay. It just wants me to support you more.
Yeah. And do you remember on the whole movement on Facebook where everyone was turning their profile picture to the red
Yeah.
equality sign?
Yeah.
Well, you got the tattoo.
Yeah, I have it tattooed on my arm right
equality
there.
Tattoo.
And the most and
How
ones
long
that
have you had that? By the
I've
way?
had this for like a year,
Yeah,
year and a half.
I love it.
Because someday I want to have grandkids. I want them to not be able to wrap their brain around the idea that grandpa and grandpa could never be together, you know?
Right.
But the people that change their icons, or the people that post about, oh great, this state now supports marriage equality, are the straight people. Because when straight people see other straight people doing that, it's like, oh wow, he thinks it's okay. I think there's a lot of in the closet straight gay supporters that are the support, but like kind of inside their brain.
Or they don't know how to support.
Or they don't know how.
Yeah. When
So-
it's on Facebook, all you have to do is change your profile picture.
Yeah,
Like, it's
think about
easy.
that was the very first time that a straight person in that case, whatever case, was an activist.
Yeah.
And that's what we need more of. So the people who have gay friends, the best thing you can do is obviously love them, but like stand by us. And
When's our next opportunity?
right now, like if you hear this,
What can we do right now?
Well, if you hear this right now, and you post on Facebook or Twitter, like I support equal rights. I support gay equality.
Anything we can do to help the marriage equality or
marriage equality,
anything.
The marriage equality obviously is the biggest thing, but just saying even the bullying thing, like I stand against bullying against gays or anyone else. You know what I mean? Just taking stands against the things that affect the gays, or if you see something that's very homophobic, commenting on it. And then because the people that make those comments aren't expecting resistance,
right?
And if they are, they expect it from a gay person,
right?
But if they get a straight person to stand up for us, like,
even
that's the best
especially
thing
if it's one of their friends that's saying, "Hey, man, that's not cool."
Yeah, that's the best thing I think you guys can do, and that's not so political.
Well, I love this. Is such an amazing topic. I know that you have a date in like 15 minutes.
That's so gay of me. Actually, I'm on time. We're good.
Okay. Well, before we end the show, I want to tell our listeners about next week's Awkward Talk. Even though this week we are talking about homosexuality, I want to hear from more of our listeners about what your experiences have been with, if you've had any gay or bisexual experiences on your own, or if you've had any experiences with other people or your friends coming out, or anything that has to do with homosexuality. I want your stories. I want to hear about them. And let's make Ben proud. Let's hear about some good stuff. Let's hear about some bad stuff too and how you handled it. Pretty much anything. I know that I have my own stories. I'm sure that Greg's got a bunch of his.
Wait. What? What are you trying to say?
I'm not trying to say anything, man. That's all I'm saying.
Well, the big thing I want to say is I'm speaking on behalf of myself. And so if there's anyone out there that I'm speaking that you think I'm talking in, I'm the spokesperson for all gays. I'm not saying that I am.
Do you guys agree with Ben? Do you disagree with Ben?
Yeah.
Do you have things that you would like to add to Ben's answers?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
And then buy my album.
and then go and buy Ben's album.
Whether you hate him or love him, go buy his album.
Roman Online on Twitter, benromanonline.com
is the site, yeah.
And from there you can find all of his contact information everywhere that you can purchase his album in Spanish or English.
Yeah, Spanish
amazing.
or English. Watch the videos.
Yep.
If you love it, thank you. It's not everyone's cup of tea. If you don't love it, that's totally okay.
I love it.
Just don't leave any hateful
I
comments.
love
'cause hate is
it.
bad.
But wait, here's the real question.
What?
When can we catch Beyonce?
Well, you just missed Beyonce recently.
Beyonce is rare.
At the Abbey. It was she's like a one in every couple of years thing.
Okay, will you let us know the next time Beyonce makes an appearance?
Yeah.
And we will promote the fuck out
All
of
right,
it.
yeah. Stay on my Twitter. I'll definitely let everyone know when the next time is.
Okay, sounds good.
Thanks for having me,
Well,
guys.
thank you
Yes,
so
thank
much for
you.
being here. We're really excited
you.
that you agreed to all this.
I'll come back anytime you want.
Yes, please.
Yeah, and thanks for letting us ask you whatever came up, I guess.
That was easy. I was expecting more sexual questions, so
Oh.
you guys let me off.
Well, are you a bottom or a top? That's what I want to know.
Well, there's the thing called versatile, and that goes right in the middle.
Ah,
I like it both ways. I'm selfish.
Attaboy. Well, ways to get a hold of us on Facebook. You can go to
Yes.
facebook.com/awkwardapocalypse. You can find us on Twitter at awkwardpod. You can email us at awkwardpod@gmail.com, or you can call us, sext us, text us, send us
Yes.
sexy photos of your titties.
Yeah.
323-379.
9225.
Good work.
That's how I roll.
Thanks again for joining us, Ben.
Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. Thank
and
you.
we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, we're gonna bump out on some Ben, so if you like it, go buy it. iTunes. Don't steal it.
Don't steal it.
Buy it, people.
Just buy it.
I know it's a weird
It's like
concept.
$1.
Yeah, at least.
It's cheap.
At least, yeah.
You can even get a discount if you buy the whole album.
Really?
Yeah, like 7 cents.
Yeah.
Oh,
little bit.
fantastic! I'm gonna go buy the whole album then.
Perfect.
On that note,
Yeah.
good
Bye,
night,
guys.
everybody.
Bye.
Please don't tease now. You got my ass begging. Don't make me wait. Don't wait. Take it slow. Your body flows on. Don't even know how. Baby, please don't make me wait. Take it slow and your body flows on. Don't even know how. Maybe you'll let me kiss your lover and bathing with my lips. Lately, now I find myself silently craving for you,